right, welcome. Let's get right to it. Let's give a round of applause to our illustrious Perplexity Profile Award winners for excellence in AI search ability. I just plugged some search terms, right? I was looking for experts in real estate and, people in the homeowners association world, right? I plugged them into Perplexity Pro. You got to use it if you're searching the internet. Claude and ChatGPT, Gemini, they will hallucinate like crazy. So anyways, our illustrious team came up, right there, page one. So let's give them a round of applause. And we've got a quick question, right? So we are talking about, why homes are quietly becoming infrastructure, right? This is the dream, man. This is where we're going. VPPs, virtual power plants, distributed energy resources, right? So this could be a homeowners association one day planning this distributed network of power, home batteries, that whole world, right? And it seems to be popping out of nowhere. So the question is, right? So I've got family on a fixed income. So honestly, my own anxiety about this whole data centers and all of this, the war in Iran and oil prices and all this talk that data centers are now going to, pull more energy than like a small town, right? All this crazy talk. So my question is my level anxiety just my own personal thing in my own head, or are professionals in the industry, right? Are you hearing any rising anxiety from buyers or homeowners yet when it comes to energy costs, outages, or future pricing? Is there a sort of a general trepidation out there, or are people like, this is, this happens, we went through the oil crisis, right? We've been through a lot of things, and this is just the market doing what it has to do, and it'll figure itself out? Or is there a general sort of fear, like is the thing that I'm feeling just personal to me, or do professional people in the industry, such as our Perplexity Profile Award winners, if they feel the same way? So I'll be reaching out to Michelle Trina, Deborah Hunter, Janice Avery, Angela Page, Mary Petchin, Nina Roberts, and Jeffrey Smith. I'm going to give you a shout out on LinkedIn, and maybe we can have a conversation, right? As award winners, I'm giving away a free session, a live session. If you want to promote your business and go live, I'd be happy to do that for you, for helping bring this conversation forward. So really quickly, let's kind of go over the subject matter here, right? So, right, clean energy, virtual power plants. I didn't know that word existed until like a month ago. Virtual power plants may be our most important overlooked domestic energy resources. So they're talking about the networking of resources, networking of solar panels, of homes, right? U.S. utilities scale up grid boosting tech to meet surging demand. How to get big tech to pay your energy bills. Let's give it up That's what I'm talking about. Because some of this stuff that I'm hearing sounds too good to be true. Like the solar panels come in, they kick in, and then you get like a bill that's just like close to zero. Big tech is using green energy to pay your bill. You know, whenever it's too good to be true, it sounds too good to be true. You always got to question and see and try to get, you know, a reality check going. Because once again, this is the dream, you know? This is the dream. This is where we're going. And it's like we're here already. We already have home batteries, right? We know, this is another perplexity search, we know from independent data that residential batteries are already in the hundreds of thousands and growing fast, right? This is what perplexity is kicking back from all of this research here, right? So it's summarizing it. We also know that many retailers are bundling no upfront cost batteries into aggregated distributed energy resource style efforts. Okay, so just listen to that. They're actually bundling no upfront cost batteries. We're talking about batteries that cost tens of thousands of dollars, right? These guys, companies, you know, just like you have a shaver, right? They give you the shaver for free, so you keep using the shaver. They're giving you the battery for free in some situations, right? They're giving you the battery for free. And so what we don't have is a public scoreboard of who has how many batteries, so on and so forth, because those numbers live inside private portfolios, not a government dashboard. And this is what's so interesting about this climate, right? So you have a regulatory part of it that has to give licenses to approve solar farms and these other hybrid energy resources, right? And then you've got the investment capital, the private equity, the private money coming in and actually getting it done and making it happen. So it's a very, very super interesting time that we're living in. And so what I did was to make myself, you know, a little bit more educated on the subject, I took this 74-page report, Aggregated Distributed Energy Resources. That is the ADER. ADER. That is the term they're using for this new hybrid energy technology, Aggregated Distributed Energy Resources. So I took this 24-page document and I put it in into an AI tool, so we could sort of visualize what's up, right? And so before I play the video, this is kind of where we're at, right? So all these states here apparently have sort of really aggressive legislation, and the government has said, yeah, man, you guys go ahead, get after it. Build your solar farms, and the private investment money has sort of flowed into these areas. So Illinois is one, Texas, but basically on the upper East Coast. And as far as in terms of what's been built and what is projected to be built, we're right here. So we're like in the infant stages, and so this thing is just about to break out and go like a hockey stick. All right. And so to try to understand this landscape, you know, I'm reaching out to industry professionals, right? And I'm also trying to create content that sort of breaks it down. So we're going to watch this video. That'll be the end of the presentation, and I hope to hear from any viewers out there who find this as fascinating as I do. All right, so I'll bring down the background music and let's watch the video.
Welcome to the explainer on ADERs. Let's dive into how state regulators can effectively govern this grid transition. The distributed energy resource market is going to literally double by 2027. This rapid growth demands immediate action. We're rapidly evolving from basic grid modernization straight into orchestrating highly complex virtual power plants. Think of individual devices, like solar panels, as musicians, and the ADER as the conductor orchestrating them. So effective governance means policymakers must navigate these 5 structured policy development steps to get things right. These priority goals dictate your approach. You've got to carefully balance critical mandates like grid reliability and affordability. Crucially, ADRPs can drive social equity by helping retire polluting peaker plants in historically overburdened communities. But how do they integrate physically? Well, ADRs provide totally distinct services across 2 main grid areas. For the bulk system, smart inverters let ADERs supply essential capacity and super fast frequency response. Meanwhile, locally, ADERs act as non-wire solutions, providing vital voltage support and deferring really expensive infrastructure upgrades. The real game changer here is co-optimization, dispatching ADERs to multitask across various grid needs simultaneously. They achieve this through jumping, splitting, or the simultaneous co-delivery of services, absolutely without double counting. Moving to economics. How do regulators actually value these services to ensure system-wide cost effectiveness? You'll evaluate benefits by estimating avoided traditional infrastructure costs or by relying on organized wholesale market prices. Once valued, you've got to structure fair compensation mechanisms for the resources providing these absolutely essential grid services. Let's compare the 3 primary compensation structures side by side to really understand the crucial regulatory trade-offs here. A utility-run program avoids intermediary fees, but a third-party aggregator might drive way more market innovation. Regulators must also objectively weigh the reliability of direct implementer control against the benefits of participant autonomy. Ultimately, dispatch relies on either a physical grid stress trigger or a market-driven economic price signal. The massive payoff? Modeling shows virtual power plants perform just as reliably at half a peaker's cost. With ADERs rapidly scaling up, the vital question is your state's regulatory framework truly ready?
Okay, so once again, for our panel here, the question is, right, feels like there's this sudden huge focus on energy in Illinois, all these new retail energy choices, hybrid plans. I'm trying to figure out whether regular people are actually going to benefit long term or whether this bigger push is really all about the future demand from AI and data centers. I've got family and income, so honestly my own anxiety level around energy costs is probably pegging around 9 or 10 right now. So my question to our panel here is, are you hearing any rising anxiety from buyers or homeowners yet when it comes to energy cost, outages, or future pricing? All right, thanks a lot. Yes, indeed. Why homes are quietly becoming infrastructure. The big transition is here. It's exciting, and we're tackling it live on LinkedIn. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Au revoir.